All right, good morning, everybody. Let me know when you guys can hear me. Check 1, 2. You guys in the Northeast, you guys got a blizzard going on. I know that's I know that's Captain Obvious stuff, but be careful. Hunker down. That might affect some volume today because I guess it's blowing pretty good. Chugger, where are you in this world? Are you in Maryland? It's got to be getting bad there too. I read that as 4 feet. Wow. All right, 4 inches still. I mean, it's a lot. All right, so hourly chart. We're sideways still, right? So we did open up here above 6,900. We opened at 6,918, pushed back, dealing with weekly pivot. Can weekly pivot hold? If this midline, this pink line holds, the midline of the yesterday's previous range, Friday's previous range, we could reach right up here. We'll see. I mean, 6,900, 6,902 is the deal. That is where we opened for the year. I should probably have that on this chart. But I think that's the deal, right? They got to hold that 6,900. The Bulls do, that is. But look, it could just slip right back down into that range. We got to let it open. There's a crap load of geopolitical stuff out there. You had Supreme Court with tariff stuff. That's not over, I don't think. I think there's still, potential for headline risk there. I don't know why that keeps doing that. So, you know, gonna let this open. We don't have any real econ per se this morning, but we gotta let this thing open. It's just in a freaking triangle right now. So could be a wild open with, ATR is not horrible yet, but it could be a wild open. I don't know if you guys have ever seen, have you guys, anybody use this chart navigator thing down here? Pretty cool. You can go see like, you know, nice little view, like go look at the peaks, see what happened there. I discovered that. Been using Thinkorswim for a long, long, long time. It's under settings here. So if you go to settings and you go to time access, it's right here, show chart navigator. So if you want that on there, pretty cool. So let's, like I said, let's let it open and kind of see where we go from there. It would have been nice. I was bidding here 26 to get long. It's a 26 half low, no love. And, the closer it gets to the open, I don't mind, inside the, 15 minutes before the open, but anything after that, it just gets weird. You got people kind of jockeying for position and stuff like that. So, but yeah, it just gives you a really nice overview. So if you're like, hey, what was this back here when it fell off a cliff? You can just go find it, right? So another bell and whistle. All right. So let's see how we go here and take it. I think we're gonna have plenty of volatility. We got a VIX over 20 again. So I don't think we're gonna miss out on anything. We just got to find our setups. 25,000, I think, gets a look. If we're going to hang out above 6,900, this needs to get and stay above 25,000. Those roundies are pretty much in line with each other. So NQ's lagging. I did make a comment that 6,902 was the yearly open here. We're above it. 25,477 is the yearly open for the NASDAQ. Yeah, there they go. Bastards. They just went without us. Right into the weekly open here. I bet you there are a lot of people betting the other way this morning. There's sentiment across the board is a lot more bearish than bullish. Yeah, my buddy in Jersey's like, dude, it is blowing sideways here. Like he hasn't seen that much snow in a very long time. So the weekly open just faded hard. That was a quick 50 back. And look at the difference here. So we are just not in sync with the ES. I don't know what that's about. Usually we're in lockstep. And you got crypto, Bitcoin down at 66 again. All right. Hey, what's up, Greg? Nice. Greg from out of the shadows. Good to see you, buddy. Yeah. Yeah, my buddy in Jersey's like, dude, I haven't seen this in a while. This is wild. And it's still coming out, right? Thank you, Stefan. Appreciate that. That's what we want to see. Let's talk this stuff out. And I don't have expected moves. I definitely relied on Corey on that. Here, the reason that I don't have expected moves, let me just talk about it for 2 seconds. And you guys know how to grab them, right? Does everybody know how to grab expected moves? Let's just run through it real quick. I didn't do it. I rely on Corey for the futures ones. Um, so you're going here, right? And the reason that it changes is because these trade overnight. So this expected move will change. You have to grab it at the close. So this is your expected move, the implied volatility right here. So you go look at this number, whoops, at the close. And then whatever that number is plus or minus the 4 p.m. close. That's how I do it anyway. I believe Corey does it the same way, right? So you go to your ES options, you go to your NQ options, it's right there. Or SPX, SPY, it doesn't matter. Now, SPY, you can be lazy with it because those options close right at 4 o'clock. So that expected move is going to be the same over the weekend, right? SPX, same thing. It closes right at 4. And then NQ, same thing. So this is not, you can't calculate your expected move off of this. See how it's changing? So you got to catch that thing right at 4 o'clock. So I hope that is helpful for anybody that needed to hear that. So when you don't get it at 4 o'clock for the for ES and NQ, you hope someone else did. I think Frederick did post something. Frederick, I mean, is the expected move high, 50 handles higher than Friday's? Is it really 69.86? Considering we are, our weekly pivot changed by 6 handles, we didn't go anywhere last week. That's just wild. All right, so this is all about weekly open here. I would say that 33 needs a print. Your marker on the ES, if you're trading the ES, is 69.15 on a long. 17, 17 half, 18 back through has potential. Yeah, that's wild. I'd be careful here though, because NQ is still inside its opening range, and it's a big one. So I'd be careful on the long. That's interesting. I'd be curious to see what the difference is between a 415 and a 4. Corey does 4, so I do 4. The other thing I do um, is I will take a screenshot on my phone if I'm not in front of a screen. So you can always take a screenshot on your phone so you have it for later. I'm gonna wait. Be careful here, you guys, because a bar close below 18 is gonna drop right back down to cash, especially with NQ doing this crap. Um, yeah, they're battling it out here, big time. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and use Frederick's number. It's 69.8. Sorry, 86. Yeah, NQ and ES do not close at 4. They do not close at 4. Their options close at 4. So that's interesting to see what the difference might be. So what I'd like to see here, you guys, this is a break and a retest, but the retest has failed so far. Um, that should not be ADND. Sorry. Hang on. They're battling this here. Yeah. So we're above 25,000 for what it's worth. This is a week high. The problem is it just keeps flaming right back. And honestly, you guys, um, I would anticipate some tweets today. I would absolutely anticipate some tweets today. I know. I don't know where that alert is, Jay. Sorry. Let me see if it's here. Maybe that was it. Guys, there's battling it out here. Um, this feels like they're gonna dump it. It really does feel like they're gonna dump it here. But I'm gonna wait. It's Monday. Market's been open 10 minutes. So I'm gonna wait for a break and a retest of this low in the 9-day if we're gonna dump out. NQ is just not having it. That's a lower low. All right, 912 appears to be open. So let's see if we can get this to reach back towards the 56 here. Careful, you got a lot of stuff down here. Damn it. Yeah. See, it had that feeling that they were going to do this. It stinks that we missed it. So now our risk is 62 up here. 962. The ATR's 50 again, so love to see like a 950 test here if we could get it. I don't want to buy 26 to go get it because this thing feels like it's a little heavy here. There's our 12. Damn it. It just felt like it was going to do that. Sorry, we weren't in it. Yeah, so Trump's already on the wires this morning, you guys. He's already on the wires this morning. Pissed off. What's up, Igor? Damn. Oh man. All right. All right. So we do have if 912 really goes belly up here, we got an 833 setting up. I'd like to see it push back just a little bit, maybe a 933. You got hourly midband sitting up there at 36. Nvidia reports, is it today? I don't think it's today. Nobody reports on a Monday, but they report. So they report Wednesday. So that is definitely going to be a mover. Yeah. I don't know why I said that, Yama. That's no one reports on Mondays. Damn. It's tough for me to chase this move. I think it has momentum to go lower. 912 is super aggressive short marker here. Let's see if we can get it. Like an 18 would be awesome. But I'd really like a 26 from here would be fantastic. I don't know that we're going to get that. Here we go. Come on. Would love a 26 here. Come on. Roundy lower. Damn it. Man. Trying to be too perfect with it. Trying to be too freaking perfect with it. Yeah. Well, hopefully someone's in it. Yeah, I definitely Roundy is wide open there. There's a nice push, little flush. I think we got an 833 on deck, so we do have meat on the bone here. So super aggressive shorts are weekly pivot now and 96. 12 is the marker. So position yourself accordingly. And there's the roundy. So taking it a little slower this morning doesn't pay. Not yet, anyway. So let's see if we get a 900 test, 24,900, and we could sell 96 back through because that's where it needs to die. There it is. 06. All right, now we got an impulse bar, so let's let that close. Maybe get that 1826 after all. It is moving, you guys. Wow. All right, I'm going to sell 98. Yeah, that's not what I was looking for. I got to stop at 1875. I might get stopped out here. I'm out. I'm going to sell the 26 here. 6,900 gave a look. Yeah. All right. So let's see here. I sold '08. This needs to dump out. Like this needs to go straight down. All right. So I'm going to put a hard stop at even. They may come get me. We need this. We need like an 85 here. Come on, let's go. 85 us. Get an 85. Okay. Out even. All right. They're obviously pushing it back up towards the 33 here. I think the 12 could hold it in though. Last try here. There we go. That's what we're looking for. So I'd love to see an 836 out of this. But 50 could be an issue. So if I get a 51, I'll take it. Yeah, they're coming to stop me out again. No. All right. Weekly pivot really held there. I want to see a 33 here. I'm going to try one more short. 36 back through. Now I'm going to let this bar close. And maybe we'll just use VWAP here. That's a pretty big bar. Yeah, so you guys, it's headline risk galore here. I don't have to go back to Congress to get approval. Screw you, screw everybody. So he's on a tear this morning. All right, I'm short. I'm trying one more short here. I'm short 46. I want to see this thing dump to the 12. And I'm gonna book it down there because this thing ain't interested in doing crap. See if I can get a 12 down there. Oh, come on, man. Are you kidding me? One more 26. There we go. There, that's what we need. No, we need the 26 to fail though. Yeah, they're buying it. So what can I do? They're coming to get me. They're buying the ES is what they're buying. Now, there we go. Sell the ES. Sell it. I'm in it to win it. So let's see if this thing can dump out to the roundy here. Now I'm looking for the roundy. That 9 days in the way on ES. Give us a 12. Just need that hourly midband to stay resistance here. All right. Um, Give us a damn roundy, man. Come on. We should get a roundy here. I'm locking in 20. Can't let it round trip me. All right, I'm out for 20. Man, I missed it by a couple ticks, but they closed above this. I still think we get a roundy. We'll see though. Well, yeah, now the ES is helping. So aggressive reload is like 18 here, 26. It just freaking, oh my God. Oh, this market. All right, you guys, I'm going to sell 36 here if they let me. Yeah, never mind. I'm going to stay flat, you guys. I'm going to grab a coffee. This thing, when we're just, we're surfing this 50 ATR basically. This is what has my attention down here. We need to go get that stuff down there. And guys, be careful buying stuff from above and stuff like that today, this morning until this thing calms down a little bit here. All right. So they're just kind of hanging out here. Here's 7 o'clock, 10 o'clock. It's just hanging on to this. All right. So you guys, ES is trying to show us the way here. I'm going to sell this underneath the roundy if I can. So I want to see the 912. Yeah, hang on. So I'm going to try to sell at oh 06 back through. Let's see. All right, I'm short 906. I got a 20 handle stop. Please don't come get me. Just go straight down. We want this to go to 833 here. These wicks are a problem. This ain't gonna work. That was a quick 20 to the head. All right, so I'm just chasing my tail so far this morning, you guys. I don't think this is a put the dome up and try to find a trade here. Wow. We're so sloppy and out of sync here. I'm still minus 20 on the day or minus 40 on NQ. So like very manageable stuff, but too many trades. I wanted to just catch one and hold it. So another kind of rangy junk here. Looks like they're still fading pops though. Nice, Paul. Yeah, I'm trading two micros, just two micros on NQ, and I'm looking for, 50-ish handle trades here. I'm just navigating what we trade, but and this has my attention, right? So we got stuff below weekly pivot, and it really wasn't like a sweep of anything. It's acting like one. And ES is showing the way, lower highs, lower lows. I got to try one more short here. I shorted 18. I'm going to go even stop on a '06. This is where it needs to dump. It needs to crack this 12 and just keep going. Yeah, I'm going to go even. I'm actually short 21. Yeah, see? Yeah, so they're not interested in pushing this lower yet. We don't really have a trade though. I can't buy it. The minute we buy it, it's going to fall out of bed. Bastards. Last try here at 18. There we go. That's a nice close below the 12. We need a roundy though. There it is. There it is. That's what we're looking for. Hell yeah. Let's go, baby. Get down. All right. I am looking for the 36 down here. I'll take a 38 if I can get it. All right. We're cooking with the sauce now. I'm locking some in here at 77. So I'm going to lock in 40. And I'm out for 40. So that cleans it up. There we go. Nice trade. Yeah, that was the one. That's what I was trying to hold out for, you guys. I should have held out for more. I rolled it down way too quick. I rolled it down way too quick. I'm just watching ES on another screen. I didn't want to. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Tony, dude, could have got it all. All right. So let's just talk about this. And I think this is the way. So I hope this is okay with you guys. I think this is the way we need to trade this thing. I think we need to trade a 20 handle stop with no auto break even, trade a couple micros, and try to catch 40, 50 handle moves here. That's the market that we have. Is it ideal? Of course not. But we have to adapt to it. If we can't trade a two lot with an auto break even, buying and selling from above and below, I don't think that's the way, you guys. Um, so what I'm doing here is and we're still looking for this 833, right? So we can sell a weekly pivot test from below. That will be, a nice 40 handle pop. But I want to wait a second here. Actually, I'm going to sell 88. Now, I might get screwed up here, but I'm gonna go even stop quick. So if this stops me out right away, then yeah. So I'm out even. Let's just wait. Because I don't want to get one of these. It has potential to do that. Does this make sense to you guys? Normally, this kind of ATR has us completely on the sidelines. It's just too much. Like the dome it's psycho. It's not tradable. Especially on that bracket. But I'm glad to do whatever you guys want. I just think that we just got to put it on and let it go, let it do its thing. You know what I mean? Still think 33 has a shot here. I'm going to short this weekly pivot one more time back through 96. If we can get a roundy test and a 96 back through, that might make sense. Just hate shorting it right here. Yes, definitely showing the way here this morning. It is pissed off. So the other side of it is, if you put it on, you just got to, accept the risk. These are just a couple micros. So I'm going to short 77 now. Let's see. See if they can do anything with it. All right. So it's a plus 10 so far. I'm going to go even stop. I think we're playing in traffic down here. So I'd like it to stay. I'd like to see a 37 out of this. Let's go, baby. Come on. There we go. Push, 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 push. One more. We need a 42. We need a 45. 45. Give me a 45. I got to lock in 20, you guys. Have to. All right. So I'm out for 20 on that. Just because I was short so close here. All right. You can see they would have just came to get me. Any questions on this? Is it making sense? Would it be more helpful if I had the orders on the chart here? That'd be more helpful. I don't have this chart built in micros. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. I'm just recognizing rather that we have these huge waves. So if we had a real good signal up here, we would be short up here still, or we would have rolled some down if we had a decent signal. I guess me shorting here under this was the problem. This was the perfect break and retest of the 9-day right here. This was actually perfect. All right, so let's take a look at a couple things here. ES is very trendy to the downside. ES was showing the way the whole time. SPX, very trendy to the downside. Damn, I missed the SPY. I guess, so here's the other thing that we could do and maybe should do in this market is maybe we just focus on putting some SPY stuff on because it's not so critical on yeah, it's not so critical on an entry. Trying to be too perfect is a problem. That's why the auto break even and the thought process of just putting it on and letting it work kind of thing. Yeah, absolutely. Costa. I wouldn't trade the mini this morning in the morning unless you're okay with, you know, if you wanted to trade the mini this way, I think you're trading a one lot. Paul, did you get that? Do you have a 96 back through? If you do, you might have a 60 handle trade here. Damn, double damn. This stuff, see, look at this bar, you guys, 650. So this bar by itself was 35 handles. This was 13. That was just the perfect freaking fade right there. It reached up right to the freaking weekly open and blam. So keep in mind what we're looking for here, right? We're looking for 833 from here. So we're looking for a 200 handle move off the weekly open. It was the right call, Paul. Good eye. Good eye. And so the idea, you guys listen, the idea is a 20 handle stop on two micros is, I mean, let's just talk turkey. It's $80, right? So trying to, risk $80 to get in the flow with this thing because the other side of it, you start booking, 40, it's 80 to make 160 type stuff. 80 to make 200, 80 to make 300, 400. It just depends. The blowback makes you protect it. When it goes down or up in this kind of trading, when it goes down or up 10, 20 handles, you got to make a decision. We should be in the right trade. It should just keep going. If it blows back on us, that's a reload, but it's going to take you out. Right? So we're just trying to get in the rhythm of this thing. And I don't have a trade now. ES is much weaker than NQ. ES has broken down. NQ, all the NQ has done so far right now, the way it looks, is it has swept the 30-minute low. And if this 30-minute bar closes back above weekly pivot, that's a problem for the Bears on NQ. This is what I'm talking about right here. So this is your 30-minute opening range right here. If they hold this and they close back above this, that's a problem for the short. Is this helpful at all, or would you guys rather just focus solely on ES because this thing is crazy? You guys let me know, okay? At least we weren't long. At least we didn't buy this. We pulled that order. We said, no, let's wait. Let's cancel this crap because it just felt like it was gonna do this right here. See, if I had to tell you, the marker here is the 12. So it's all the way up here. Yep, it's right there. So the pre-market playbook was if Roundy goes belly up, we retest overnight low. This is where the bulls really need to engage, though, right here. 62, they really need to hold 62. I think once we get in the flow, we could book a couple hundred handles a day. Like, no problem. SPY right now, you know, is just saying sell this market. Qs, they're not as the trend is not as strong to the downside so far. Notice how you get these big bars and then you get these tiny bars right here. Everything pauses. So you could see this thing lift back the other way. Qs are just pushing back the other way so far. Look at this, by the way. Look what really held this in here. 26. I mean, the biggest drawdown was not even five handles. And that's down a quick 50. I've been executing them on Think or Swim, OSO. You would have to, I don't know how you should turn that off. It's very possible, Bill, that we do that. That this is gonna stall this thing out. I started out the morning by saying this was weaker than this. Now this is a little weaker than this. So Yama's right on the Nvidia stuff. That's probably what's holding everything together. Yeah, see? Right back. See, when you look at it from the 30-minute point of view, look at this. So if you were like a 30-minute bar trader, you don't even have a trade. There's no trade here. You guys, my cat is underneath my desk grabbing wires. Like I have a ghost in here. Yeah, you got it, Ronzi. I do too. It's real helpful when you're doing homework, honestly. Yeah, it's grabbing my cords, like shut it down, pal. All right, so VWAP pushing back a little bit. I just hate that 30-minute candle for a short because that's all I want to do is sell it here. But they just keep pushing it back. So the marker on a short here is 33, 933. If we're going to sell it again, we got to take that heat. Blake's session should be good with you guys, by the way. Get this first hour of junk out of the way. I mean, it took how many entries did it take to catch this bar? So we'll refine this process, make it a little smoother. This was our trade. This is where we got, or where I got screwed up. This was our trade. We could have watched this just take place. And that's the thing. Like, you can't really, if you're going to trade it like this, you can't stare at the dome. You just can't. You got to do it from the chart. You got to just focus on the chart. The dome will make you do things you don't want to do. All right. I mean, this is where they got to do it right here. But is weekly pivot going to bounce? That's my problem with forcing a trade here. ES says it shouldn't. All right, I'm going to try one more here. Let's see if we get, like if we can get a roundy test here. Yeah. Yeah. All right, I'm going to sell let's see if the 12 gets a look. I want the 12 to get a look, and then I want to sell '06 back through. If it goes to like 16, I'm going to cancel it. Oop. There's a 98. I'm going to go even stop because I don't trust it here. So I'm even from 96 or from '06, and I want to see this dump. Like, really scare some people right now. Big bar, no whammies. Come on. Get down. If we get an 85, it should release. We need an 85 here. There we go. No, you got to do better than that. We need an 85. Damn you. They're coming to get me. That's why we can't have nice things. We need an 85. We need to close below. We need to close below this weekly pivot. Yes, it's showing us the way. They're coming to get me. NQ's got some little bid under it for some reason. Oh, that's nice. I'm looking for it to do that. We'll see. It's got to close below weekly pivot here. 85 will open the 82. And if we keep testing that 82, gonna break. At least I'm betting on that. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Now, fall to the 72. There we go. Now freaking pull the rug right now. There we go. That's what we're looking for. All right, we got a nice close below the 88. Looking for 38 down here. I'm going to front run it by 5 handles. We should target this wick right here. This wick is a weak low. Oh, no, it's not. Sorry. But we should target this wick right here. We got to take this bad boy out. So we need like a 55. On a 62, I'm going to start locking some in. Yeah, you guys are fighting over this weekly pivot. I don't think it's going to go away quietly in the night. So at 62, I'm locking in 20. Sorry, I'm going to lock in 30. Come on, baby, push. Yes, Neil, I do. If you need your Trade stuff, just shoot me an email. Actually, Neil, are you a full member of TheoTrade? Okay, hang on. I'll get you a link. Come on, push. Push, push, push. All right. I have to lock some in, you guys. Oh, come on. Take out that 62. We need a 65 here, right now. Come on. Give it to us. 65. Because the little trap door can open under 62 here. They're defending it though. All right. I'm locking in 25. If we can get a 65, there we go. There it is. Now swoosh. Give us a swoosh. you guys, you guys got to be like shaking your head here. 58. Give me a 58. Ah, crap. Blake's sitting here waiting to get in. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm screwing everything up here. All right. I'm locking in 30. Still want to see that 36 down there. Blake, sorry, buddy. Just sitting here talking trade out. You're
It's
the
all good. Finish it out. You're good.
I'm glad you're not in Guadalajara
Yeah. Well,
or
we
Jalisco.
we originally we originally were going to go to Puerto Vallarta, and they're stuck. They're not getting out. So even Puerto Vallarta, which is considered one of the safest states in all of Mexico, is locked down. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
I'm just managing this trade. I'm
Okay.
out, you guys, for a 50. I got 50 on that. So I'm out. Just because they just took this low right here. Oh, you can't see. Or maybe you can.
Are you
No,
still
you.
sharing?
All right. I'm sorry, you guys. I was just into it. We caught a nice little trade here. So, all right.
You're
Nice,
in
Rocky.
it to
Good
win
job,
it.
everybody. Let me stop recording. Start record. But you had a good time?